Your first 5 clients, they're not your forever clients. They are your focus group. So stop trying to perfect your business for people you haven't even met yet. This stage of your journey isn't about scale. It's about clarity. And the only way to actually get to clarity is to take messy action and pay attention to what you learn. Welcome to From Corporate to CEO, hosted by the Power Move Collective. I'm your host, Nandy B, and this is your daily podcast that proves that you don't have to resign in order to rise. Here, ambitious women like yourself learn how to leverage your paycheck, your skills, and your corporate career to launch and grow your own business. And in just 10 minutes every day, I'll share power moves that will turn your 9 to 5 into your greatest investor. Make sure, however, that you hit subscribe so that you never miss an episode. With that said, let's get on with today's episode. Hello, ladies, and welcome back to week number 6, the Proof Over Perfection week. This is where all of the CEO strategy that you've been building starts to get very real. Yesterday, on day 1 of this week, we talked about your minimum viable offer. This is the simplest, most powerful version of your idea that gets you proof that someone will pay for whatever problem you are solving. And I said it then, but it's worth repeating. You don't need a logo to get paid. You need proof. You need the proof that people are willing to invest in what you do. You need proof that your idea actually works in the real world. You need proof that your voice and your offer connect with somebody who needs it. And that is exactly where today's lesson comes in. Because once you put your offer out there, once you run that first test, you're going to start getting real people. 5 clients equals 3 sign up and maybe 1 pilot session. And I want you to understand something very important. These first few people are not your end game. They are your lab. They are the place where you test your message, your offer, and your delivery. They are not validation for who you are. They are validation of what works. This is really, really critical. So today's episode is all about how to use that first handful of clients like a real CEO with strategy, not survival mode. I call this framework your 3 CEO shifts for your first clients. The first one, treat it like a test, not a forever thing. The second one, observe more than you sell. The third one, document everything. These are the 3 mindset and strategy pivots that turns your early test into insight and momentum. They would move you from, I hope this works, to, I know what works. Now let's deep down into these 3 shifts one at a time. Let's first talk about the first CEO shift for your first client. Treat it like a test, not a forever thing. Here is the shift. Stop treating your first offer like it defines you forever. This is just a pilot, not your brand identity. You're not building a legacy offer right now. You're gathering data. You're learning how people respond. You're learning how they experience your services and where your processes might need some fine tuning. So instead of over-delivering or second-guessing yourself, treat this like what it is, a real-time experiment. And I'm going to tell you, this is a challenge for myself because I'm a go big or go home type of girl. But I have to remind myself, just like I'm reminding you, that your first 5 clients are not the measure of your success. They are the compass. They point you in the right direction. Now, let's talk about the second CEO shift for your first clients. Observe more than you sell. In corporate, you already know this. Every pilot has metrics. It has feedback forms. It has performance reports, impact summaries. And here, you're doing the same thing, but you are the one gathering all of those insights. You don't have a whole team around you. So ask yourself, what questions do people ask before buying? What part of your offer excites them? What parts of your offer confuses them? Where do they hesitate? That is all data. And if you pay attention, it will literally hand you your marketing language, your next program idea, and even your content topics. You see, the best CEOs are observers before they are resellers. They listen more than they speak. Now, let's move on to the third CEO shift for your first clients. Document everything. You might think, oh, I'll remember it, but you most likely won't. Trust me. Write down every question your clients are asking, every challenge you hit while delivering, every system you had to create on the fly. Because those notes, that is your playbook. That is how your messy first clients actually becomes your polished onboarding session. That is how your, oh, I'll email that manually becomes your automated workflow. That is honestly how your tests become your systems. I want you to build operational power one messy note at a time. Here's what I want you to remember today. You don't need a massive audience to build a real business. You need 5 real humans, and you need the willingness to learn from them. Your first clients aren't your forever clients. They are your foundation. They give you feedback. They show you where your strengths are, and they help you refine your offer into something unstoppable. Here is your power move or your action plan for today. We are going to identify 5 people in your circle who fit your ideal audience. Be they your coworkers, your friends, former clients, or even people in your network. Reach out to them this week and offer your MVO as a test. Deliver it, observe their reaction, and write down everything. By the end of the week, you will have more clarity than most people get from 6 months of planning. Thank you so much for joining me today on From Corporate to CEO. If you loved what you heard today, please subscribe to the show and visit us at powermovecollective.com. And if you are ready to start taking action, here are 2 great options. You can download our free Safe Start Blueprint. It's on our website, and the link is also in the description below. However, if you, my darling, are ready to take action and say goodbye to corporate America for good, join us in the Business Plan Mastermind that is kicking off on January 12th, 2026.